with the reigning champs getting their center, Kristaps Porzingis, back. He missed the first 18 games of the season after having foot surgery over the summer. Shanae, Mark Spears joining me here as the Celtics just pour it on.
This ain't fair. When your tallest player on the floor who has missed a multitude of games is knocking down sniper threes, I mean, you've got a cheat code unlocked.
And Derek White saying, hey, Mr. Spears, I'm joining the party too.
Man, they're scary.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, especially, come on, look at that. You put on the brakes and then you turn around and it all comes to a dime from JB.
Gee, Lord.
Here's the deal. The Celtics, they had 51 points in the second quarter here. The Clippers had 49 points at halftime.
Not
Don't you
fair.
see their swag? You can feel their swag.
It's giving Golden State Warriors of the past. They can explode on you in a quarter.
12 made threes, by the way, in that second quarter as we go ahead to the third, where they said, all right, we got bored of the outside.
Business decision on the backside. Don't get in front of that unicorn.
Porzingis attacking the rim. And here, Peyton Pritchard.
So much fun.
Throwing it up for Porzingis for that little lob there. Boston just absolutely rolls the Clippers in this one. And in the words of Jaylen Brown, cookies and cream, they are back.
For me, at least, it felt like nothing. Like just boom, I'm back in the lineup, and I think honestly, it was already a pretty smooth transition last season when I started playing for the first time. It was very natural for me to be back out in the starting lineup.
Yeah, KP is a legend. Did you see his walkout?
Yeah.
That's just him. So he definitely brings that swagger to our team and that energy. And it was great to have him back out there. As soon as I broke the line of the defense, put it up there for him and let him do the rest. But cookies and cream is back. Let's get it.
They're back. Put it on a T-shirt. The reigning champs, they're one step closer to being whole. Of course, Al Horford wasn't playing in that matchup, which makes this even scarier. A man who knows a thing or two about winning championships in Boston. Perk, what is it about this Celtics team that makes them so elite?
Outside that they always have 3 or 4 guys that can shoot the three-point shot, they're starting 5, right? Best starting 5 in the game of basketball. They have 5 all-star caliber players offensively in their starting 5. Plus that same starting 5 are all NBA, all defensive players, they could be all defensive players as well. When you think about what they do and what Kristaps Porzingis brings to the table, a stretch big at 7'2", that can knock down the three, that can roll and catch lobs to the basket. Drew Holiday, both ends of the floor. Derek White, both ends of the floor. It's like, what the hell can you do?
Right.
Right? And it's just scary for the rest of the league.
They got spacing. They got three-point shooting. They got 5 quality defenders.
Amen.
Jason Tatum is making people better. They got the cheat code. And then what I like about them is their fight and their chip on their shoulder. Like what they did to Cleveland, like, hey, you gonna come in our spot? Yeah, it's a good story. Take this L. Take this L.
You know what's crazy? Perk talked about the starting 5. We're also going to talk about Kristaps Porzingis just being able to come back in as a smooth operator. It is not fair. 16 points, smooth operator. 16 points, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks in 23 minutes. He did not miss a beat. What do these Celtics not have is the better question. They can also beat you in a multitude of ways. They can be up. This was their biggest win of the season so far. They can come from behind. They can knock down threes. Now they have a lob threat. They have a 6-minute. What do they not have? The rich get richer.
Right. Kristaps Porzingis, we're rich here because he's going to be joining us here on NBA Today in just a couple of minutes. But oh man, he's back, and he was already in mid-season form, which is important when you look at Kristaps Porzingis' versatility for the Celtics. Last season, Kristaps became the first player in Celtics history with 100 threes, 100 blocks in a season, on the way to banner number 18. And it had been a little over 5 months since the Celtics raised that Larry O'Brien trophy, and that was the last time we had seen Kristaps Porzingis in an NBA game before last night. And how lucky are we? He is here with us now. Kristaps, thank you so much for spending some time with us here on NBA Today.
Of course. Thank you for that intro. That was quality right there.
Well, that's what our production staff does here at NBA Today, quality. And that's what you do on the floor. I got to tell you, though, Kristaps, watching you come out of the tunnel, it sort of reminded me of Game 1 of the NBA Finals last season, just with the fans erupting, cheering. What was that moment like for you?
It's always special to make that walk, no, but especially like a game like yesterday. being out for a while and now coming back in again and getting that love and support, it's unreal.
You came back, I'll admit, a little bit faster, maybe even than I had and a lot of folks had penciled in. Was there a moment last night where you sort of felt like, okay, yeah, my foot, we are back here?
Honestly, I've been feeling really good already for, 3-4 weeks, where I feel like I was able to play in a game. So it was only a matter of time for me to clear all the measurements and all this stuff to get the green light. And yeah, honestly, I just felt good from the beginning.
You were busy, though, from the jump. Was that sort of the plan, just to kind of get you going?
Yeah, I feel like guys always look for me early on.
Yeah.
Because they know if they get me going offensively, it's just a natural thing. No, I'll probably, give even more defensively to them. And yesterday I wanted to do that, bring my rim protection, bring my ability to space the floor for the guys, and get some easy stuff for JT, JB, and they always do the same for me.
Take us through, you become an NBA champion, but then you also have to have a foot surgery. What was that road to recovery like, balancing those two realities?
Yeah, honestly, it wasn't maybe the ideal summer I would have liked after winning a championship, no, but I knew I had to get it done. Obviously it's, I had this injury and it is what it is. And to be honest, it was pretty tough to be maybe even 6 weeks completely off of my foot. And, with this big itch of wanting to get out there, getting some love from the fans back home and travel maybe a little bit. So beginning was a little bit tough of the summer, but it's, it's the life we chose and got the surgery done, got that out the way as soon as possible. And then it was just, rehabbing and getting back to form.
Besides yourself, I'm not sure anybody was happier than Jaylen Brown to have you back on the floor saying cookies and cream is back, baby. Can you just explain the dynamic between you two on the floor?
Yeah, that's my guy. We just click off the court and that translates on the court also. And he's always looking for me on the court and make sure I'm feeling good early on and getting me good looks and stuff. And same, and we have our set plays that we run and that we like to run, and yeah, it's just a natural connection we have, and yeah, I think now it's again a matter of time for us to keep playing together and just getting that really, really good rhythm.
I think what's a little bit scary for the rest of the league is you all didn't even have your full complement of players last night without Al Horford in the lineup, and yet you still have a second quarter, 51 points, 12 threes. Do you believe this team can be even better than the team that won back in June?
I believe so. I really do. One is obviously we have another year, we have a year of playing together. A lot of these guys, including myself, like in our primes or entering our primes, no? And honestly, it's hard to ask for a better scenario to be able to bring back the whole team from last year. And honestly, it's in our hands to give the to fulfill the expectations that we have again this year.
Kristaps, thank you so very much for stopping by NBA Today. Denver Nuggets, this is how this one went down. OG Anunoby, watch Jalen Brunson here, carving up the defense, kicks it back out, nails the three.
OG has been having himself a season. People know, and I know Perk loves to see it, people know his defensive prowess. When he's giving you 40 pieces, watch out.
The Knicks off to a hot start here after Jalen Brunson nails the three. Going ahead to the second quarter here, Mark. Karl Anthony Towns, their newest addition. Watch him here.
He always gives them buckets, though. I don't know what it is about that mile high. It gives him a high when he plays.
Hey. Got an inside for the slam. And then, again, that little cutting baseline for the reverse layup. And then later here, the Nuggets, they turn it over. Anunoby leaks out here for the Jam. The Knicks had 23 assists in the first half. That's their most in any half in the last 25 seasons.
They're getting right at the right time.
Amen. Go into the third here. New York up 24 at this point. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. A nice little outlet pass there to Anunoby.
This looked like the Nuggets I covered when they won 19 games before they got mellow.
That is not what Denver fans want to hear as they're trying to get back to their title-winning ways. But New York, stand up once again. It's Anunoby for the slam.
Punctuation mark.
We'll have one more for you, just for good measure here. Brunson drives, kicks it out to Anunoby for the three. Anunoby finished with 40 points to lead all scorers. The Knicks roll 145-118, and Knicks fans in the building absolutely ba-da-da-da-da. They are loving it.
Oh, man.
Now, their offense, it was clicking against the Nuggets. OG led the way, career high for him, but Jaylen Brunson, he dished out a career-best 17 assists. And Karl Anthony Towns had his second best game of the season, 30 points, 15 boards, 3 blocks. That's something that no Knick has done since Patrick Ewing in the year I was born.
Hey, don't do
Perkins,
that. Don't do that.
You said this was the most impressive win of the season for the Knicks. But I hear that you have a word of the day for New York.
Well, it's not actually words. It's words,
Oh,
Malika. And I'm not
Okay.
going to overthink. Yeah. I'm not going to overthink this, and I'm not going to travel to Paris or France to get a word or Germany. No, we're going to keep it original. Damn it, OG, original gangster.
Hey.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
Now used as a general term to praise someone who has exceptional, authentic, or old school mentality, right? And this is OG all the way, because if you want him to play in the 90s, he could have done that. Early 2000s, he could have done that. This man, what he provides and what he brings to the table, I think he's a modern-day Scottie Pippen. The way he's able to shoot the three, one of the great slashers in the game. He defends at a high level, the 1 through 5. He's strong as an ox. OG Anunoby, in my opinion, has been the best, most consistent player on both ends of the floor this season for the New York Knicks.
So not just a word, but a whole moniker, a phrase of the day for OG and New York.